Now, the question that is on everyone's mind, and we absolutely have to know, and I know you're sick of answering it. How do you keep your hair looking so good when you're in a fist fight? How do you do it, man? What's the secret?
You know what? I disagree. I think my hair's all around the place sometimes, you know? But I'm not sure. Hit and don't get hit. That's all I can say.
You're watching Calf Kick Sports Podcast.
In the One Championship Muay Thai Grand Prix. If you're watching this, you don't need any introduction to Jonathan Haggerty. Mr. Haggerty, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well myself, thank you. How about you?
I'm hanging out, the usual stuff.
Yeah?
You know how it goes. So you're going to be fighting at 157 on May the 20th against Walter Goncalves. What do you think of this opponent? What's the game plan coming in?
I think he's a very good opponent. He's strong. I don't really know what to expect, really. You know, I'm just going in there. We've got a game plan. We put a game plan together. But I'm going to go in there, see how he comes out, you know, because I've heard him saying that he's not going to stay in one position. So I have a feeling he's going to be moving about. But I'm fine with that, you know. Hopefully he moves into my right hand and it should be all fun and games.
I like to hear it. It almost sounds like for you, you've been there so many times with so many good fighters. It sounds like this is almost business as usual for you. Does it feel like another day at the office?
Yeah, for sure, you know. I feel like, not disrespectful, but I feel like it's going to be an easier fight than what I've had recently, you know, because I've been up against the top opponents. Not saying that he's not a top opponent, but on paper, I've been up against the ties with like 300 fights. So it's nice to fight someone with just under 100 fights.
Absolutely love to hear it. Coming into this fight, any issues in training, or was everything sound? Everything's looking good coming in?
Nah, everything's been perfect, mate. You know, everyone says I've had a perfect fight camp, but there's not been one fight camp that I've had and I've not been 100%. Like, I've always been 100%. I'm ready. I'm fit. I'm strong. I'm at the weight I want to be right now. You know, these knuckles are ready and I'm ready. So just excited now.
Awesome. And we're excited to see it. It's a really good Grand Prix. And I want to ask, there's a lot of really good fighters in this tournament. Guys like Rodtang, Superlek. Who do you think is the toughest fight in the Grand Prix overall?
For sure, there's amazing fighters in there, you know, and I'd say probably the toughest fight. Well, how can I not say Rodtang? Because he's beat me twice. And prior to him, I'd say I was probably the second best fighter in there. And I'd say Rodtang, Superlek's up there. But yeah, Rodtang.
So you might be fighting him later this year. Are you guys going for a three? Like, you're going to fight him for a third time from the looks of it? Because if you win your round and he wins his round, you might be facing him again. How many more times are you and Rodtang going to fight?
You know, I think I'm the number one contender. So I was scheduled to fight him anyway prior to this tournament. But I think this tournament just makes it more exciting. It builds it up a bit more. I'll fight him as many times as I have to, you know. I need to get that win. So maybe third time lucky.
And you've also mentioned maybe you want to fight Rodtang in mixed martial arts as well. What other sports do you want to fight him in? I think both of you could play football pretty well, maybe darts. Like, what other sports do you think you could handle Rodtang in?
Anything really. Swimming. I like a bit of swimming also. I want to have a race with him, running race. I think I'll smoke him. And yeah, anything really. Anything. But yeah, I need to get that win in the ring first.
Absolutely. In the one circle, of course. That sounds absolutely awesome. And I've interviewed some other guys, and I always ask them, like, who do you want next? And everyone keeps calling out Jonathan Haggerty. So I talked to Jacob Smith, and he was like, I want Haggerty. That's who I want. He didn't even know.
Don't believe it. Don't believe everything they say. Don't believe everything they say, you know. Sometimes it's be careful what you wish for. And maybe just saying my name because I'm probably one of the favorites in there. But yeah, like I said, be careful what you wish for. You don't want to fight me. Let's be honest. You don't want to come in the second round against me. You know, you want to save it to the end because I'll knock you out of the tournament. So don't believe everything they say.
He's the general for a reason. I also spoke to a man who's going for a title shot at this event in Joseph Lasiri, and he said, I want to win the title, and then I want Jonathan Haggerty. And he told me it's personal. What's the beef with Lasiri here?
The beef, I think it's because I knocked him with that. I made a meme out of him with that elbow. I think it's been shown so many times. I think he's angry. You know, that elbow is legendary. And I think it haunts him to this day. So maybe that's where the personal bit comes from, but nothing personal on my behalf because I absolutely spanked him. So there we go.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. One Championship also has a ton of talented UK fighters, people like Liam Harrison, Amon Barlow, Jacob Smith, and dozens of others. I know that Harrison has said that he's going to talk to Chaudhry about getting one championship in the UK, maybe this year, maybe next year. Is that something that you'd love to do? Get one championship here in the UK?
100%. That's the goal. Let's bring one to the UK and show the fans that the UK Muay Thai is absolutely up there and smashing it.
It is a bit of a surprise how good UK Muay Thai is. Like, of all the sports, the UK is really represented well in Muay Thai. What does this come from?
We train hard. We try and compete for years. It's always been the Thais, the French, and I think now we've got the coaches that dedicate themselves to us. Like my own coach, Christian Knowles. I'd say he's probably one of the best coaches in the world at the moment. He dedicates his life to me and to his other fighters also. So I think the way we're pushing the sport, it can only go further and further and further.
Yeah, and it's really cool to see. It's absolutely awesome that there's so much good UK Muay Thai. You know what, Mr. Haggerty, you do a ton of media, especially leading up to fights. What questions are you sick of media asking you?
How hard does Rodtang hit?
Yeah.
He doesn't hit hard. He does. He does. Obviously he does, that's the question. How does he hit and etc.
Yeah, I can see that of just getting annoying of like, man, I don't know how to explain this. Like, get in there and feel for yourself then. If you want to, you fight a world champion and see how it feels.
Grow some bollocks and you get in there.
Now, speaking of questions that are annoying and the media keeps asking you, what's going on with Takeru? Is this something that we want to go like do? Is this a fight that you want to get in the next couple of years? It seems like he keeps calling you out.
I think that's the fantasy fight. Everyone wants to see that. The best kickboxer, the best Muay Thai fighter. I think our styles will come well together. We both got the following, and I'd love to elbow him. That's it. Just to show that elbows are life.
Well, it's tough. If you two fought, it would be like, what rule set would it be under? Which makes it really tough. But yeah, in Muay Thai, that's a hell of a fight we got there. In kickboxing, it's a fight too. Would you fight under kickboxing rules in the future? Yeah,
for sure. I can adapt. I'm a born fighter, and it's something that I'm looking forward to doing as well. So maybe 1 round Muay Thai, 1 round K run, 1 round, so like that. Can't get me words out.
Yeah. Do you have a prediction for the Takeru versus Tenshin super fight coming up in I think in June here?
Do you know what? I don't. I haven't really been following them recently. I've just been focusing on myself and winning this Grand Prix. And so just been focusing on myself really. So good luck to both of them, and may the best fighter win.
Awesome stuff. Now, Mr. Haggerty, we're going to enter the rapid fire round. So we're just going to get some questions out there as quickly as possible so that people can get to know you a little bit more. You fought all over the world. Who were the best audiences to fight in front of?
So Manila.
Oh yeah.
I fought in Manila at 1, so that was pretty crazy. Also the Bangkok One Championship, the Rodtang rematch, that was crazy as well. So yeah, Manila and Bangkok. Just
an electric audience. Also fighting around the world, what places had the best foods in your mind?
I really haven't tried them out really, because I've always been on a strict diet out there. The week leading up to the fight, I've got a strict diet, and they fly you home straight away, so I have no time to really experience it. But I did experience Bangkok food, and I've been to Thailand a few times just to train as well. So I'd say probably Thailand's pretty nice. I'm gonna end it with thank you for everyone for tuning in. This is going to be a great fight, My prediction, round 2 KO. Also, my prediction is to win the Grand Prix tournament. So let's go.
Thanks so much for your time, sir.
watching Calf Kick Sports.